Your AI agent framework might be leaking your cloud keys. This month, for the first time ever, an AI agent building platform landed on the government's must-patch list. Let's break down exactly how it happened and how to make sure your stack isn't next.
Here's the news. CISA, the U.S. cyber agency, added Langflow, a popular visual framework for building AI agents, to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog. That's the must-patch list, the same shelf as critical operating system and firewall bugs. It's the first time an agent-building tool has ever made it. Attackers are already using it.
So what actually broke? It's an access control flaw. The API endpoint that runs a flow trusted the ID in the request without checking who owned it. So one logged-in user could pass another user's flow ID, and the server would just run that other person's agent. One number was the only lock on the door.
And running someone else's flow isn't harmless. These flows hold the keys. Attackers used it to steal AI provider keys and cloud credentials straight out of other tenants. The agent building tool became the attacker's tool, your automation pointed at your secrets. This is the part people miss. Agent platforms concentrate secrets. To do their job, they hold your model API keys, your cloud credentials, your database strings, your tool tokens, all in one place. That makes an agent framework one of the highest value targets on your network. Break it, and you don't get one key, you get the whole ring.
The bug itself is a classic, and it has a name: Insecure Direct Object Reference. The rule to remember is simple. If an ID is the only thing standing between a user and a resource, that's not a check. Knowing a valid session proves who you are. It does not prove you're allowed to touch this specific thing. Authentication is not authorization.
So here's the real lesson. Agent frameworks are now infrastructure. The moment a tool holds your production credentials and runs untrusted instructions, it deserves the same scrutiny as your database or your load balancer. Being first on the must-patch list isn't Langflow's problem alone. It's a signal for the whole category.
Let's harden your stack. Fix number 1, per-tenant isolation. Every single request that touches a resource must verify that the caller owns that resource, not just that they're logged in. Check ownership on the flow, the run, the file, the key. Never trust the ID in the request. Look it up against the authenticated user every time.
Fix number 2, scope your secrets. Stop handing your agents one God key that can do everything. Give each flow or agent the least privilege it needs with short-lived, narrowly scoped tokens. If one agent is compromised, the blast radius should be that one agent's tiny permission set, not your entire cloud account. Fix number 3, authenticate every tool call. An agent's tools are its hands. Each tool invocation should be authenticated and authorized on its own, denied by default. The model deciding to call a tool is not permission to call it. Put the check at the tool boundary, where the real action happens.
Fix number 4, log and watch. Record what each agent actually touched, which keys it read, which resources it hit, which tenant it acted for. Then alert on the weird stuff, an agent reading credentials it never needed, or acting for a user that isn't its owner. You can't catch a breach you never logged.
And don't forget the supply chain. You probably didn't write your agent framework, but its vulnerability is your vulnerability. When the tool you built on gets a CVE, your product inherits it. So pin your versions, subscribe to the advisories, and treat a framework patch like a production incident, because it is one. Want a 5-second test? Ask one question. Can user A trigger user B's agent or read user B's run just by changing an ID? Go try it against your own app. If it works, you have the exact bug we just watched hit the must-patch list. Better you find it than an attacker. Here's the trap. An insecure agent and a secure one look identical when everything's going right. Both demo perfectly. The difference only shows up the day someone probes the edges, and by then, with a credential leak, it's already too late. Security is invisible until it very suddenly isn't. So, the checklist. Isolate every tenant. Scope every secret. Authenticate every tool call. Log and alert on credential access. And patch your framework like it's core infrastructure, because now, officially, it is. Treat your agent stack like production infrastructure, not a toy on a canvas. Lock the doors before someone else finds them open.
If this saved you a bad week, subscribe. This is the Agent Loop.